Hold on to your hats, folks, because we are about to dive headfirst into a roller coaster of e-commerce history. Remember those days when unbelievably cheap deals popped up on your phone, promising everything from quirky gadgets to trendy clothes at prices that seemed almost too good to be true? That was the era of Wish.com, a platform that exploded onto the scene like a firework, captivating millions with its promise of bargain treasures. However, like many shooting stars, its brilliance eventually began to fade. Today, we will unravel the captivating story of Wish, charting its meteoric rise and dissecting the complex reasons behind its significant decline. Get ready for a journey through the fascinating world of online retail, filled with unexpected twists and valuable lessons. Wish.com wasn't your typical polished e-commerce giant from the start. Founded in 2010 by Piotr Olszewski and Danny Zhang, its initial incarnation wasn't even a direct-to-consumer marketplace. Instead, it began as a platform called Context Logic, designed to create personalized advertising based on users' browsing habits. Think of it as an early version of those eerily accurate product recommendations you see everywhere now. However, the founders soon realized the immense potential in directly connecting budget-conscious consumers with merchants, primarily based in China. This pivot gave birth to the Wish we all came to know. The core appeal of Wish was simple, yet powerful: unbelievably low prices. By cutting out traditional middlemen and allowing sellers to connect directly with consumers worldwide, Wish can offer products at a fraction of the cost typically seen on more established platforms like Amazon or eBay. This strategy resonated deeply with a significant segment of the population, those looking for affordable alternatives and willing to wait a bit longer for shipping. The platform's user interface was also a key factor in its rapid growth. Wish adopted a visually driven, mobile-first approach, presenting a seemingly endless stream of enticing products in a scrollable feed. This gamified browsing experience encouraged impulse buys, making it feel like a treasure hunt where incredible deals were just a swipe away. Remember those late-night browsing sessions, convinced you'd found the deal of the century? That was Wish's magic at play. Moreover, Wish masterfully leveraged social media and targeted advertising to reach its desired audience. Their quirky and often humorous ads, featuring models with exaggerated reactions to their purchases, became instantly recognizable. This aggressive marketing strategy enabled Wish to penetrate new markets and establish a massive user base in a relatively short period. By 2020, Wish boasted over 100 million monthly active users and had become a dominant force in the budget e-commerce sector. The company even went public that year, reaching a peak valuation of billions of dollars. The ascent was nothing short of breathtaking. The seeds of Wish's decline were planted even during its period of rapid expansion. The very factors that fueled the company's initial success eventually became significant liabilities. Let's examine the key issues that led to Wish's fall from grace. A major issue affecting Wish was the widespread perception of low product quality and the prevalence of counterfeit goods. Although the incredibly low prices were appealing, many consumers found that the reality of their purchases often fell far short of the advertised images and descriptions. Customers frequently reported using flimsy materials, receiving incorrect sizing, and experiencing non-functional electronics. Additionally, the presence of counterfeit products eroded consumer trust. Designer knockoffs and misrepresented items damaged Wish's reputation as a reliable source for affordable goods. The lack of stringent seller verification and quality control measures allowed unscrupulous vendors to flourish on the platform. As a result, the phrase "you get what you pay for" became almost synonymous with the Wish shopping experience. Another significant issue for Wish users was the notoriously long shipping times. Since most sellers were based overseas, particularly in China, deliveries could often take weeks or even months to arrive. In an era focused on instant gratification and fast shipping options from competitors, this was a considerable disadvantage. Moreover, the shipping process was often unreliable. Packages were sometimes lost, damaged, or arrived with unexpected customs fees. The lack of transparency and inconsistent tracking information frustrated customers, contributing to negative reviews and a decline in repeat purchases. When issues arose, whether it was a faulty product, a missing order, or a desire for a refund, customers often encountered a frustrating and unhelpful customer service system. Language barriers, slow response times, and complications with processing returns added to a negative post-purchase experience. The return process, in particular, was often cumbersome and costly, making it not worthwhile for customers to return a low-priced item. This lack of adequate customer support further eroded trust and discouraged shoppers from making future purchases. The e-commerce landscape is constantly evolving, with consumer preferences shifting in tandem with it. As online shopping became more mainstream, many consumers began to prioritize quality, reliability, and fast shipping over low prices. The initial novelty of Wish's bargain deals started to fade as shoppers became more discerning. Additionally, Wish faced increasing competition from other budget-friendly platforms that addressed some of its key shortcomings. Companies focused on faster shipping, better quality control, and more reliable customer service began to attract the very consumers that Wish had initially captivated. The rise of social commerce and influencer marketing also redirected consumer attention toward platforms that offered a more curated and trustworthy shopping experience. Over time, Wish has faced heightened scrutiny from regulatory bodies regarding product safety, advertising practices, and the sale of counterfeit goods. Negative media coverage and consumer complaints further damaged the company's brand image and eroded public trust. The perception of Wish as a marketplace for cheap, low-quality, and potentially unsafe products became increasingly entrenched. In response to these challenges, Wish has implemented several changes over the past few years. The company is focused on improving shipping times by partnering with local logistics providers and offering faster delivery options for certain products. Efforts have also been made to enhance product quality through stricter seller verification processes and the introduction of quality badges. Customer service has been another area of focus, with investments aimed at improving response times and streamlining the return process. However, the challenge for Wish remains significant. Rebuilding trust and changing the ingrained perception of the platform as a purveyor of low-quality goods is a long and arduous task. The competitive landscape is fierce, with established players and emerging platforms vying for the attention and wallets of budget-conscious consumers. The story of Wish.com serves as a cautionary tale in the world of e-commerce. While its initial strategy of offering incredibly low prices and a gamified shopping experience led to explosive growth, the failure to address fundamental issues such as product quality, shipping reliability, and customer service ultimately contributed to its decline. The rise and fall of Wish underscore the importance of building a sustainable business model that prioritizes customer trust and satisfaction, even as it pursues affordability. The lessons learned from Wish's journey are invaluable for both aspiring and established e-commerce businesses. While price remains a significant factor for many consumers, it cannot come at the expense of quality, reliability, and a positive customer experience. In the long run, building a trustworthy brand and fostering customer loyalty are crucial for sustained success in the dynamic world of online retail. The story of Wish reminds us that even the most dazzling ascents can be followed by a significant descent if the foundations are not built on a solid bedrock of quality and customer care. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos.